Good day, sir. I am Jessa SP, a second year college student taking up a Bachelor of Science in Agricultural and Biosystem Engineering and one of your students in Ethics Section A. How do you know if you are an ethical person? Well, some people say you can be an ethical person if you know the difference between right and wrong. But for me, knowing the difference between right and wrong is not enough to prove that you are an ethical person, because a person of integrity acts on his or her convictions about right and wrong, regardless of the consequences. Being an ethical person requires a long-term commitment to act in accordance with certain virtues, including honesty, trustworthy, integrity, fairness, diligence, and to be responsible and accountable for one's actions. Ethics is not something you can turn on and off. It takes process and develops as a habit by doing it over and over again. As my age, yes is my answer for the questions, am I an ethical person? As I grow older, I've realized ethics has been a large part of my life. A lot of situations in my life where I have to make ethical choices, where I prefer doing good than doing those wrong things. And because of this, I have grown into a more moral person. Both my right doings and positive moral decisions where I have to let my ethics dissipate because of a situations have allowed me to define my moral good. Society and values are also a large impact and reason on how I develop and become an ethical person. As I grow older and older, I care about others than myself. I accept responsibilities and the consequences of my actions than blaming others for the bad things that happens to me. I love others unconditionally and help them without expecting something in return. When I was young, before I developed and become an ethical person, my parents focused on making sure I know the difference between right and wrong. When I was elementary, despite of my parents and teachers taught me to do things right over wrong, I still have those one attitude that when someone hurts me, revenge is the only things I know. When someone hurts me, the more I want to hurt them. When someone disrespects me, the more I want to disrespect them. When someone rejected me, the more I distance myself to them and act like I don't ever know them at all. Because I always believe those sayings that what they sow is what they reap. So when they hurt me, then they must receive a hurt too. But things change when I become college. My perspective changed too. I don't want to be someone's reasons for their pain. I'm always conscious of wanting to hurt another person, whether it is by my words or by my action. I'm not perfect. I make my share of mistakes. We all do. But when I do, I immediately admit and promise not to do it again and take whatever steps are necessary to change my behavior. I am responsible for my actions and decisions, and I am accountable to others when I miss the mark. Self reflections is another part that has made me a moral person and helped me to develop my ethical code. The act of looking back on the choices you have made in a particular difficult situations is the most effective way of developing a strong moral code in my own opinion. The more time I spent looking back on my actions, the more confident I have felt about my decisions the next time similar situations has arisen. Although I develop and become an ethical person, but definitely I have lapses in ethical structures of my life, but through the use of self-reflections on my mistakes, I believe I have made a large majority of my choices with my sense of morality in my mind. Overall, I hope to continue growing my morality and my ability to stand up for my ethics. Thank you.